Hi, everyone. It's Allison. Welcome. Welcome to this community sing. I'm trying to get myself in focus. Hi, if you're joining me on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, welcome. Please drop a note in the comments. This is, hi. I'm just going to adjust my camera so I can find some focus. Hey everyone, if you're joining me on Insta, welcome. Hi everyone, just give you a moment. I'm just trying to adjust and get into focus. Hey Erica, hi. And that's hi there, Blake and Sue and Jacobian. Am I saying that correctly? Hi, welcome. And this is an opportunity as I just sort of pull all the tech together, make sure everyone can hear me and see me, and take an opportunity to make sure that you have your score. Hi, Nina. So I'm putting here in the chat this new score. It is hot off the press. The piece that I'm so delighted to walk you through today is this beautiful chant. I know we use the word beautiful a lot when we talk about Hildegard, but I will be honest, I've been doing this music a very long time, and this piece, O quam preciosa, it's backwards, unfortunately, on my screen, this piece is new to me. This responsory for the Virgin. And I thought, as we had scheduled this particular event, I never realized how close it was to Mother's Day. And I thought, this is a beautiful opportunity. Hello, Anita, to celebrate a very grandmother as we look at the Virgin Mary. And really, hi, Duncan, going to explore some of the themes in this song, in addition to going through the music. And so I wanted to just take a moment to just talk us through what we're going to do today and say hello and introduce myself. Let me start there. My name is Allison Mondel. I'm the director. I'm a performer. I'm a teaching artist of Aya Medieval Music. I'm based here in Washington, D.C. And we the ensemble Aya is celebrating our 11th year. And one of the very sort of important projects that I've wanted to realize as a medievalist is this sheet music library promoting the songs of Hildegard von Bingen, the great 12th century abbess, visionary, mystic, composer. So many titles, a true polymath. And one of the things in my career as a teacher and as an artist, really one of the questions I used to get all the time was, can you recommend a good edition of this music? Having been trained in reading medieval notation and knowing that there are some very, very wonderful editions, I just didn't feel like they really captured everything that I saw in them. And so I made it my personal mission to create a new set of these editions that would be free and accessible to all. Hello, dear Karen. Hello, sweet friend. Welcome. So we have the start of this sheet music library that you can find on our website, amedievalmusic.org. And as you can see, we have this new piece ready to go. I have been working in collaboration with my colleague and friend Hugh McElroy, who's provided a new English translation of Hildegard's Latin. And really, accessibility in the best sense. Accessible in that we all have a way to touch this music that is unique and intentional for us at a personal level. So that said, our time today, I really want to create an intention to support you and the way that you personally connect with this music. I will never tell you how to do something properly. What I will encourage you to do is to receive the guidance, obviously the musical guidance, the guidance, and really my role as way shower or guide, not someone that really has to sort of weigh you down with my opinions, but encourage you to really discover and explore something for yourself. So that said, we do have this piece of music, the responsory. And here we do know, out of the 77 songs that are still available from Hildegard's life and her output, we have, because of the nature of the way in which she was living and working as a monastic leader, as the abbess, as a religious leader in the Catholic Church, we do know that the music that she was writing would most likely have been used in the context of worship. That's because everything related to Hildegard is always followed by a footnote or an asterisk that says most of the time, not reliably. So we do have some songs that she has written that are not really clear. It's not clear how it would have been used in, say, a liturgy or as part of the divine office. But here we have a responsory. So here's a musical liturgical form, a form that would have been used, especially when we consider something that is a sort of longer form, such as this responsory, as opposed to, say, an antiphon. And usually when I present these community sings, they're sort of shorter antiphons, but this one takes us in a sort of a grander direction. But here the responsory most likely would have been performed at a sort of a service that would have had a lot of significance, such as matins, the sort of grand, big, elaborate ritual at the start of the day, and possibly some kind of great feast. Not all the time, but we could consider that if, say, this was a feast related to the Virgin or celebration of the Virgin. I am not an expert in medieval liturgy. I am, however, knowledgeable in that I am able to insert this music in some kind of context. But what I really want to do is walk us through this piece and understand how it's composed, in that it has sections, and also then to dive into the music and look at the way in which the text and the music live and breathe together, really dance together, and ways in which we can not just sing the right notes, but to take this sort of exploration further in your own way. And really, for me, whenever I encounter a piece of music, it's always kind of fun when it's new too, to let it speak to me and to allow my creative self and my intuition sort of have a two-step with the song. So it's not just my mind trying to suss out what's on the page and, oh yes, this is the Latin word for that, and okay, here's the ornament, good. It's so much more. And that's not something that you have to wait to do later. Once you figure it out, it can start right away. So what we're going to do, I'm actually going to work with our piano just to sort of give us a way of working through this piece. And then we can we'll work sort of line by line. And then we'll go back and put it all together with the Symphonia here. So let's talk about O quam preciosa. Please let me know if you have any questions in the meantime. Okay. So what I'm going to do is find invite you, if you have your piece, you do not have to have it printed, obviously, but we're going to just look at this translation. And I want you to just sort of look at the text for a moment. Because in a responsory, we have a few segments. It's organized by in a specific form. So we have this opening, "O quam preciosa est virginitas." And we have this first section, which would be the response. And then we have the next section, "Et filius Dei per secreta ipsius quasi aurora exivit." Now this is known as the repetenda. Repetenda. There we go. And here we see this repeated. Yeah. So this is sort of the response to the response, right? And then we have a verse, "Unde dulce germen, quod filius ipsius est, per clausuram ventris eius paradisum aperuit." And then we repeat the repetenda. So that said, there is a longer form to the responsory, as you see. It is rather grand. And for today, we may not do all the repeats, but I do want to walk you through each section and really point out a few things in the text. Now, looking at the music, looking at your music, I want you to, dear friends, tell me if you can hear my voice over the piano. If someone could just give me a thumbs up if that is audible. So here we have a modern notation telling of medieval chant. This chant is not rhythmicized. It was indeed composed with the notes that you see. It was composed in a different clef. So I've transposed it into a G clef or treble clef, because for most people, that is something that's very easy for us to read, and we don't have to transpose that necessarily. So we have this in D mode or Dorian mode, which means that we really have this D as our final. Thank you, Brenda, and thank you, everyone. Okay, awesome. So what I'd like you to do before we sing a note is I'm going to invite you into a way of singing, especially singing new music, where you are absolutely sight reading right now, to be able to not only just feel that you can feel more capable of reading the music, but also begin to tap into what is the best part about this music, this sacred music, which is the fact that it is sourced, through Hildegard, via the Holy Spirit, and the way in which I always approach my singing is not singing from my mind, but really centering my awareness in the heart space and being able to then have a more grounded, centered connection to the music as well as to spirit, whatever that means for you. So what it will also do is open us up into the part of the mind that isn't just trying to suss out the notes, but can actually see the whole picture. So take a moment, everyone. This is also a great chance to just be quiet and breathe for a moment. I invite you, using your intention, to enter into the heart and begin to notice the breath moving through you. Notice your seat as you make contact with your chair. Notice your feet on the floor. And coming back to the heart, I want you to then notice your eyes. Our eyes are the window to the music right now, as well as our heart. But our eyes can often feel like we give them the status of computers, like they have to read everything for us. But it's not your eyes. Your eyes are just taking in the information, okay? So we come into a higher mind. In the heart, we feel the breath moving through us, and the notes are not something we suss out, but we observe and allow, which is a very different approach. what I'd like to do is just begin by singing or humming on singing on an oo or humming the tonic or what we call the final of the chant. And this is the D. So here's what I invite you to do. Sing with me. Beautiful. And now we're going to sing something very simple. Ready? Good. Now I want you to sing. We're going to sing 5 notes. Ready? Here we go on an oo. Beautiful. So here we are. We are going to be really taken into the sound world of this piece in Dorian mode. And what I'd like to do is and this is something I always sort of do when I'm singing, especially a chant, I always have a sense of where that tonic is, right? Because as soon as I know where that is, I can really use any other note will speak to me in relation to that sort of foundational tone. And having the chance to just sing it, you also know where it feels in your voice, right? It has a place. You have a sort of a home base for this chant. Now, we have in this song this beautiful O. This always, for me, whenever I see the O at the beginning of a chant, it's an opportunity to just sort of intone something that is so much more than O. O is this ode in the way Keats would know, sort of express that, this great reverent awe that we state. That is not just I bow to thee, but also I invite thee in. Oh, so I want you to really allow that oh. Here's what we're going to sing. The first note, just the first note, and I promise it'll get more interesting. Ready, everyone? We're just going to sing oh, and it's not about the note. I want you to think, what am I bringing to this oh? Ready? Here we go. Oh, awesome, amazing. So now we have that sort of first note that really scoots right up to the fifth, this very classic open fifth figure that Hildegard uses all the time. It is a gesture that found in a lot of medieval chant, but like, what is that Beethoven symphony? It's not the Eroica. Maybe it's the fifth. But someone's going to have to remind me. Hi, Carter. How we have this opening fifth, like we are really entering the temple. Okay? Here we go. Let's sing the first fifth. Oh, beautiful. One more time. Ready? Oh, awesome. So here we're going to move on. We sort of open the door, we cross the threshold into the rest of the line, into the rest of the piece, into this great reverence of the Sacred Mother. Yeah, the priceless one. Everyone, have a listen. What I'm going to do is welcome everyone on Insta. Hey, if you're here, I'm so happy you're here. There is an opportunity here. We're going to sing through the first one. My friends on Insta, I'm thinking you may not have music, but I have, oh my gosh, how am I going to get that to you? If you go to ammedievalmusic.org and go to sheet music, the piece we are working on is O Quam Preciosa. And you can also sort of hop over to Facebook if you're there, or YouTube, and find me there. But here we go. Listen, everybody, I'm going to sing the first O, and then we'll repeat. we just try all of that together? Your eyes are going to take in a lot of details in the score. Hi, Catherine. Catherine, there's no reference. I just made it up. That's my own reference. But it is. I think about the temple. You could take that in a lot of ways, my friends. The temple of the womb, the sacred temple. We have this very interesting womb theme in this piece. Let's keep going. Everybody together on O. Ready? Beautiful. Listen to the next 3 words. Quam preciosa est. Quam preciosa est. Could we all try that together? Ready? Quam preciosa est. Listen to the last word. Virginitas. Virginitas. Tootsie, ready? Virginitas. Beautiful. I'd like to try quam preciosa est virginitas all together. Ready? And then we'll put the O and we'll make this line complete. Ready? Quam preciosa est virginitas. Beautiful. Now, what we are saying is, oh, how priceless is the virginity, and as the second line finishes this clause, of this virgin. Oh, how priceless is the virginity. Now, we could very, 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 very quickly jump to this young girl is a virgin. But I'm really going to ask you to consider virginity in the metaphysical sense as opposed to simply the physical sense or physiological sense. Okay? Maybe I don't have to explain that. But I want everybody to really come into this place where we are metaphysically sort of coming into this place of readiness for sacred incarnation or embedded, sort of coming into a place where you are ready, you are fecund to receive the sacred. Here's quam preciosa est virginitas. Ready? Here we go. Quam preciosa est virginitas. Listen to the next line. Virginis huius. Listen one more time and then we'll sing all together. Virginis huius. Let's try that all together. Here's the F. Ready? Virginis huius. Beautiful. A word about the score. As you see, there are different sized note heads. There are certain accents or an articulation. So I want to quickly explain that. And also you see in the first line, there's a letter in parentheses. So what this is simply a mechanism in this modern notation software to indicate very subtle medieval chant nuances. So it is clumsy, but it works for our purposes. So whenever you see a larger note head, we want to sort of see this as a note or a tone that has some more space, some longer duration, some greater weight. And as we see something that's a smaller note head, you're going to see that especially in downward descending lines, you see something that has a little less weight, a little bit more dynamic movement. The entire line is plastic. There is always this sort of capacity that you have. I want to really grant you this agency to be flexible. To be flexible. But where you see a slur, that would indicate a group of notes that were connected in what's called a ligature in the chant. Where you see a marking, I'm looking at the the third large note head in the word O, where you see that tenuto marking. That's not really a tenuto as in we hold it, but we are adding some musical pressure, not vocal pressure, but musical pressure. Or I don't like to use the word tension, but it is adding that. It's called a pressus. It's adding that pressed sense where we are leaning in. Okay, and then we come off it on the following note that has a smaller note head. Yeah, so something like this. Now, whenever we see a letter, as in the word virginitas in parentheses, this is indicating something very unique to chant. This is a liquescent neum, which would have been the original sort of way we would have seen this, or the way it was written. But what we are really doing on a practical level is articulating the consonant on a note. Okay, so when you see it in parentheses, that is that indication. We are adding that visual cue to help you close down. Now, yes, that is very awkward on an R. I'm not going to lie, but there we have it. So I know I'm talking a lot. There's so many cool things to talk about. We have the next line, line 3. And here we are back in D mode. And here she takes us up to the highest point in the piece, where she says, Kve clausam portam habet. That the door is closed, which is the womb, the virginity has a shut door. The clausam is the enclosure. Portam is the doorway, the portal. Yeah? Yes, it's closed. So let's talk about that as we sing through that. No, let's sing through that. Excuse me. So kve clausam, listen once, and then we'll all sing it together. If you need to transpose down, by all means, do what you gotta do, okay? Let's try that all together. I'm going to keep going. Listen once. I'm going to tell you that E flat is very sexy. It is very unusual. Very, very, very unusual, as only the great Maverick, who wrote this piece, could really spice things up for us in such a way. All right, so we have a lot going on in this piece. We have a lot. So let's take that one more time. Let's go from portam. There's a lot going on. Look how ornamented it is. Have a listen. try that, everybody. Beautiful. Listen to the next word, hobbits. Let's try that again. Ready? Let's be brave and go from the beginning of line 3. Kve clausam portam habet. That the shut door, that you had a shut door. Beautiful. The next line, listen once. Et cuius viscera. Et cuius viscera. And your viscera, your organs, your insides, your body. Et cuius viscera. I love that. Let's try it all together. Ready? Et cuius viscera. Breathe where you need to. Beautiful. Sancta divinitas calore suo. This is great, everyone. The sacred Godhead suffused it with its heat. Infudit is suffused, yeah? That's in the next line. That this sacred godness, godliness, Godhead, the God, the Creator, infused you with its heat or warmth. And here, as a contrast to the sort of beautiful Klausam that we had that sort of rained on high, we come from the bottom and we sing, listen once. Sancta and the whole line. How interesting. We have Sancta Divi, where we're sitting on this D here, and then she lifts us up and really nails onto that upper octave. This pressure, as we sort of think of the God, that which is from above. Fascinating. So let's meet the Creator from below. Here we go. One more time, all together. Sancta Divi. And the last sort of thought to that, word of that thought, of that clause, infudit. Ready? One more time. Infudit. Beautiful. Let's keep going. Because here then we have this sort of final phrase of this response. Ita quod flos in ea crevit. So that a flower grows within it. A flower. As we know that the flower, of course, is Christ consciousness, the great physical manifestation of the divine as a flower. Ita quod flos in ea crevit. ea crafit. That slur shouldn't be there. I'll have to fix that. Listen one more time, everybody, and then we'll sing line 7 together. Ita quod flos in ea crafit. Tutti, ready? Ita quod flos in ea crafit. Beautiful. Then we have the repetenda. Et filius Dei per secreta ipsius quasi aurora exhibit. And the Son of God went out through her own secret places like the daybreak, aurora, the dawn. The Son of God, the sun rising from these secret places. Secreta ipsius. That's a very interesting use of words, isn't it? Oh, I love this. You guys, I could do this all day, but I know we have to keep moving. So let's go. This is a long piece. And please let me know if you have any questions or thoughts or ideas. I'd love to hear them too. Here we go. Here is the repetenda. Et filius Dei. Tutti. Et filius Dei per secreta ipsius. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, let's try it. Per secreta ipsius. Here's line 10. Listen once. Quasi aurora. No. Aurora. Very interesting. Not what I expect. Quasi aurora. Tutti. Line 10. Quasi aurora. And look at line 11, everyone. This crazy melisma. Crazy. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to listen once, follow along, sing along if you choose. This is going to be very eyeball centric. I want us to come back to the heart. Here we go. Follow along, everyone. I would breathe here. So, because it's such a long melisma, there are absolutely going to be places where we need to stop and breathe. My friends, let the breath be part of the music. There's no need to ever apologize for taking a breath. In fact, we can use the breath as the tool, the breath as the vehicle for the intention. So let's use it. I do recommend finding musically sensible places to do that if you can, and then it will just add even more to the way it is expressed. So let's try this again. Line 11 all together. Where you see those two notes together, those are indicating what are called apostrophes in the music. They're like these thick quill marks. They sort of come together and they give us again that musical sort of tension, but it's really not about vocal tension. It's about adding emphasis and pouring more of yourself into your voice and into the sort of deep expressive quality of this music. A feather on the breath of God. Indeed, Catherine. Tutti, line 11. completion of that section. My favorite part is coming next. This is the verse. I sat with this for some time and I thought, this is new. I love this. Onde dulce germen. From that sweet shoot, germen, like germinate, yeah? Seed. Quod filius ipsius est, that the son, which is her son, yeah, per clausuram ventris eius, through the keyhole. I love that word that Hugh uses, the clausuram, keyhole, the sort of the enclosure, keyhole of her womb, ventris' womb, paradisum aperuit, paradise was revealed, was shown. Whew, my goodness, so good. Listen once, everyone. Here's line 12. Here we go, everybody, all together. Listen to this next line. Quod filius ipsius est. What? Love that line. Listen one more time, and let's sing all together. Quod filius ipsius est. And you can hear how the music wants to continue into line 13. That's where I'd read an arrow connecting to 14. Let's try that all together, line 13. Quod filius ipsius est. Beautiful. Here's line 14. Per clausuram ventris eius. There's some more movement through that line, even as we see this sort of press notes, yeah? Tootsie, ready? Per clausuram ventris eius. One more time. Per clausuram ventris eius. Here's the final line. Paradisum aperuit. Ready? Paradisum aperuit. I love this so much. I don't know if you feel the way I feel, which is this sense of fullness. This, my lower body, it feels full. It feels amazing. The verse, typically when we see responsories, the verse in Hildegard's responsories tends to actually be quite simple. It's much more syllabic. In this case, it's more what we'd consider something that's pneumatic, where you have, in the case of a syllabic setting of music or text, we have one note per syllable. Here in something that's pneumatic, we have 2 to 3, sometimes more, sometimes less, per syllable. This slightly more decorated treatment of the text, but it's more simple. Yeah, it's more straightforward. And then at this point, we'd repeat the repetenda, the Et Filius Dei. And as you see, and I'm not going to go and do that now because I want to go back to the beginning and complete our cycle. And I said that I would use the Symphonia, but I'm tempted to just stay with the piano. I hope that's okay, so that I can play the right notes for you. and not accidentally sing the incorrect notes. Yes, that will be fine. So what we're going to do is come back and put this together. And here's what I want to ask you now. We have an opportunity to obviously sing a piece of music, and we've had this introduction. But I'd like you to actually ask yourself, or really ask Spirit, or be open to the question, what is this piece saying to me? What is whether it's a theme or a piece of wisdom or something that you've been seeking in your own creative life or life in general, that is going to use you as the vessel for that particular thing, whether that's something that you hold in your heart or that you're bringing into the world. And allow yourself to just flow. Flow, flow, flow. It does not matter if you sing a wrong note. It's just about how we bring ourselves and our intention to this gorgeous, gorgeous, piece. What's pneumatic? Pneumatic. I'll spell it for you, my friend. Pneumatic. As in of a pneum. Hold on. Oh, please. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, everyone on IG. I just moved you. Guys, you're so patient with me. Thank you so much. So, oh, quam preciosa. Oh, how precious is the great mother who gave us this example of being completely open to sacred germination and surrender, that we may birth that which is so beautiful and holy into the world. Ready? Here we go. Let's do it. Oh, quam preciosa est virginitas, virginis huius, et cuius viscera sancta divini calores infudit ita quod flos in ea crepit, et filius Dei per secreta ipsius quasi Et filius Dei per secreta ipsius quasi aurora Thank you, my friends. Thank you, Hildegard, who has provided this opportunity to gather in such a profound and beautiful way, in an unexpected way. Thank you, Nina. Estragon, thank you so much. Hello. Hello from DC in the US. And I'm very excited to have some new material that will be coming into our library. I'm excited to reveal some plans soon for our next season and how this work on Hildegard is growing and spreading. Thank you, Larry. Thanks for coming. Brenda, thank you. Carter, oh, you're welcome. Duncan. Thanks, Erica. So great to see you all. I'm so happy to see you. And the work continues, of course. If you also love Hildegard and want to learn more about the music, oh, thank you, Brenda. That's very kind. You are welcome to, of course, get all of these amazing free scores. But if you're interested in the original notation, I have a course, an online course you can access and learn about that on our website, AM Medieval Music. Thank you, Karen. Is it Jacobine? I'm glad it was very inspiring. That's my hope, that you are inspired. And Anita, hi Anita, thank you. Yeah, there's so much more than meets the eye if we give ourselves the agency. Thanks, Duncan. And the permission to see what calls to us. That's just what I'm doing. But anyway, there is a course you can learn how to read this music from the original notation. It's so thrilling if you love medieval music and want to learn more. You can see that at our website. And of course, just keep up to date with us, with me, with this work. Thank you, Adrienne, in Dublin, Ohio, which I believe is the home to a church in honor of St. Bridget. I don't know if you know anything about that. Fernanda, you're welcome. Thanks for watching. And everyone, stay tuned. There's so many more cool things to come. And I will keep you all abreast. I'm so grateful for you. Drop me a message if you need anything or have any questions. And in the meantime, go have some more fun. Oh, thank you, Megan. That's so great to hear. The three Marys at Easter. Me too. That's great. All right. Take care, everybody. You're so wonderful. I love you.